personal disclaimer and relationship status, and how I live by my own advice and why. For the record, I am not, nor will I ever be, the end-all, be-all, know-it-all relationship guru some people think of myself as. On the contrary, I just know what makes me happy. If or when you ever meet me in person, hopefully you'll find I'm just your average, fun-loving, happy-filled, always optimistic, life-rockin' kind of guy who just knows what he wants, goes after what he wants, and when it comes to this love and relationship stuff, he just wants to share what he knows, what's worked for him, what he's observed intensely over the past 30 plus years, and then some with the single goal of helping you improve your life and your love life altogether. So reader beware. These are my personal views, my experiences, my thoughts, my personal life rules that I live by. And in some cases, they may or may not be popular by today's standards. But I don't care. What's most important is that I'm not here to please society or abide by their trends or what's cool or hip. I say, screw that, to be honest. I want the opposite of whatever they say or tell us to do. I also want what works for me in the long run and not the short run. I want what makes me happy and not the crowd. I want what makes the woman in my life happier than she's ever been. Together, we could care less what the world thinks. For what's most important is what we think and what applies best to us. So what you're about to read and hopefully come to love as well as I do it just comes from my mind, my personal experiences. Take what you like, leave what you don't. For now, while you read through this material or listen to the audio, you're in my world. You're tapping my brain, seeing how I view things, what I'd say, how I would respond to XYZ situation. I'm not here to change you per se. No, I am here to share my experiences in hopes that they can improve your personal situation if they can or do. That makes sense, right? While I can't teach you everything about life and relationships in one book, perhaps through several, I can teach you a lot still. And in some cases, it still wouldn't be enough. But I'll tell you this, within the pages of this relationship book and my others, you are in store for so much learning that your whole life and your love life should and could be absolutely transformed into something you never thought possible. Now, I know this for a fact because I've talked with so many people, again, over the past 30 years, who have never experienced what I have or thought the way I do. When they find out how I think and what I do or don't do, what I say, what I don't say, they're hooked and want the same experiences that I've been having for 30 plus years. To me, that says a lot, doesn't it? Want in on my love life, lifestyle, attitude, and outcomes? Come on in. The proverbial door to my mind and heart is unlocked for your learning. Now, what's my story? What's my relationship experience? Well, and remember, keep in mind, everybody's circumstances in their relationships are different. Opportunities, people who come in and out of your life, personal things going on in your life, everybody's different. So there's no right or wrong way to be living your life and tapping into the opportunities to be in relationships with other people. For 30 plus years, I've either been in long-term monogamous relationships or I've been single by choice, keeping to myself so I could focus on certain projects which may have required all my time and focus. Yes, I've had marriage proposals, stalkers, wonderful girlfriends, deep, intimate experiences within those committed relationships, and thought I was in love once or twice, but for some reason, life just didn't work out in such a way so that I'm single now at the time of this recording, and very soon I'll be ready to mingle again and get out there because I'm kind of over being in the cave, hunkering down, being that hermit, just working on my stuff. Because I'll tell you something, for those who know what it takes to write a book or several, boy, you gotta just isolate yourself. They say author, cabin in the woods kind of thing. They go away for a long time to write their book. That's me. So I needed that isolation, that alone time. And I didn't want to have, if I wanted to be single, to do this stuff. Just to I'm going to take a break from relationships. Because if I can't give my all to someone, I don't want that someone to be in the picture. I want to be able to just do my thing and focus. And then when I'm done, okay, hey, I'm single. I'm ready to mingle. Let's get out there. So life just sort of worked out that way for me. And again, I'm single now at the time of this recording, but I can't wait to get out there and find the one for me. What's so wonderful at this point in my life is how I've still saved myself for that special lady. I got no baggage. I got no debt. Finances are good. I'm in great health, great shape, no mental issues, except on Thursdays. But seriously, all things are going good. I'm happy as a bee sipping honey. I've learned so much over the years that I still follow my own advice, and I'm constantly improving on what I know. Granted, while I do love being single, free to do as I please and what I want to do without having to check in with someone or on a regular basis, I do miss and want to find that special lady to share my life with. There are just some things you can't do alone. I'm sure you can imagine what those things might be. But on the whole, life is so much better when you can share it with someone, grow and learn, do all those things with someone, love someone, and have all those things returned right back at you from someone who loves you just the same. It just makes life a little easier. And again, I've been single for years on end, taking time off. And I've also known friends who say, Bart, I'm done being single. Carrying my own groceries all the time, cooking for myself alone all the time, going to bed alone all the time. I'm done with it. Single, strong, independent, I get it. I want someone. I hear that a lot. And that's why, I guess, one of the many reasons that motivates me to write on this subject. So I will add this little note, too, that there are a lot of relationship books out there. Heck, I wrote 6 of them, and now a 7th one with this one, Where Are You and Where Art Thou? Sadly, what I find with most other relationship books is that they never really supply you with real concrete advice that you need. Yeah, there's some really good books out there, but they just never did it for me. So I wrote what I thought was missing in all of them. Across many of those books, I would come to conclude that the authors only had so much experience, hence could only write what they knew, which is not bad. But suppose you're missing so much more. In fact, I got a book in mind. It's a relationship book. Red cover. That's all I'm going to say. Nice cover, and great title. Really good title. But it was written in sort of a, observational context, kind of going out on the town and going out on dates and, blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, 60 to 70% of the book was spent describing scenes and conversations and people and what they wore and all this kind of stuff and whatever. 30%, 25 maybe, had any real meat to digest. And then what's more is the book brought in all these experts to lend their 2 cents on subject A, subject B, subject C. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. You wrote this book, 70% fluff, 30% meat, and the 30% is divided up into 5 experts, of which you kind of really aren't one. Do you see where I'm kind of going with this? And then I've got other books on the subjects, different subjects, and maybe they're niche. So they'll just focus on one area of a relationship. But then what about the rest? What about the other areas? And that's the problem. Over the years, I found these books were not comprehensive enough. So I wrote what I did, and I love what I wrote, and I'm going to live by everything I wrote. I hope you will too. Give it a shot. You got nothing to lose. Roll that dice. So, like I said, I write about that which I know, that which I've experienced, and live by tried and true. It makes my advice to you more solid, spot on, applicable, and results focused. Isn't that what we all want? Results? Perhaps I found other relationship books to be filled with, like I said, a little too much hot air, perhaps a tad too woo-woo for me, a little too far out there in the twilight zone, if you know what I'm talking about. Missing a few major points, maybe not on point. Need I say more? I don't think so. They just didn't do anything for me. Hence why, again, I write the kind of relationship books that I do. To the point, on target, filled with, hey, this works for me, you should try it kind of advice. In fact, I'm picturing a bunch of these testimonials from my Laws of the Bedroom book, where the average testimonial says something like, Bart, I tried what you recommended in the bedroom. Oh my gosh, my husband this, my wife this, my girlfriend that, my boyfriend that. Oh my God, just amazing change, results, experiences, never thought possible. That's all I'm saying here. I want results, not filler material kind of talk from what I've read and heard out there. Where Are You and Where Art Thou is a book specifically designed to teach you the kind of relationship wisdom you need to hear so you can achieve the kind of results you want. Take it from me. I have lived and will die by what's written in this book. Nothing has come along to impress me otherwise. I hope after reading through these wisdom-filled pages or listening to this audio that you will feel the same.